just jumped out. So I think it was kind of an awkward situation where they were both trying to kind of counter each other. Ninja immediately hops out, and to that enemy's kind of disarray, could have had an opportunity to really make some damage happen, but quickly transferring back toward the gameplay as we got Nick A30 and replays. They've rotated. They've managed to pretty much find each other here in Fatal Fields, and you notice the instant thing they have at the tip of their tongue. I think I saw a mech. I think I have a mech that could be inbound, as that is pretty much what Friday Fortnite is now. It is a matter of the mech game. Where is the enemy at? Who has a mech? Can we find one when the enemies start to engage upon us in this situation? But you notice Nick A30 replays, they've got enemies at all different directions here, Clay.
Yeah, Nick getting a little bit flustered. He's got to just focus there. He does. He focuses on the players in front of him. Another player just walks right up to him, takes a nice shot to his face, but Nick also losing some HP. He does only have 2 builds. You hear him say, I got to back up, I got to heal. He needs to either hit some mats, farm, find some of these knocks that he has already down. Replay's going to go down there too. Someone with the rifle, so now it's all up to Nick A30 as this bright Dark Bomber is getting all up in his face. Shots missing, connecting left and right. He's trying to get the elimination here. He is this player. I don't know what they were aiming at, but it wasn't Nick. He's going to pick up the elimination. He's going to pick up mats as well. If you're a Nick A30 Replays fan, you're saying, hallelujah, praise the Lord. Thank you so much for these players just absolutely not knowing how to play the game.
Yeah, definitely a fortunate find there for Nick as his opponent. Like you said, I mean, he comes walking away with this with 100 HP and 50 shield and 9 minis. He's matted back up. That was not the way I think Nick expected that to go.
That's some Stormtrooper aim. I don't know what that was. But.
And he's going to find one more elimination here. This player is going to give him a little bit of a run for his money with some building. But in the end, Nick is going to connect with that combat shotgun. And another player coming in. Looks like the teammate trying to get the res. He's just going to meet the same fate. At least they'll end up at the lobby together.
Oh my God.
He picks up 4 of them.
Oh my word. Nick goes from 3 to 10 kills. Like we talked about earlier, Ninja's at Lollapalooza. He's having a good time and hasn't necessarily gotten to spend as much time with this
It's
game.
probably his 4th game, to be honest.
I know Nick A30 it was grinding this out.
Yep.
He was finding out mech techs. He was finding all the things that he can do with the Brute. And I'm expecting to see him take this into this game.
For sure, right? And that's going to play a factor in terms of who maybe is down or maybe just what you kind of prefer off the break. That could definitely kind of change up the landing strategies a decent amount. But like we said, Ninja BugHa, a very talented team, replays in Nick A30, a squad that has quite a bit of kind of communication, some chemistry. They've played in prior weeks. Now, their biggest issue, at least kind of in my history, has kind of been their early game drops, right? Wherever they kind of start to land at, they maybe get a little bit indecisive. They get ruined. I am interested to see if they can kind of survive this early game. And based off the way that replays honestly kind of has his game plan worked out, it's usually a good indicator for how this team is doing. So I'm looking at that. I'm looking at their early game. If they can kind of improve upon that, it could be Ninja and BugHa who are put in an awkward spot. But they do know the strats, right? They do know kind of how to utilize that Brute to their advantage. We'll see if they can make it to that point and how they start to seize those opportunities.
Yeah, I really actually like this split of Fatal Fields here. I drop here often. I love it. Landing at the house and that red barn, you get to control a lot more of the area of Fatal Fields. You can split the back half together. You can also pinch the front half if you want. It looks like there are people in the corn here. They do have to be careful, though. These players seem to know what they're doing with their builds. And that corn, you can peek through it without being seen. So you're going to get caught in an awkward scenario here in the house. You see him scrimming it up a little bit. They don't want to go down too early like you talked about. To come down to if they can get out of their initial landing position. Nice edit there from Nick A30. He's known for it, right? I mean, he was the first edit man. The shot's coming out. The bush coming off. There's a player in between them, but he's going to get taken down as well. Iconic skin nonetheless. It didn't help him out. Nick A30 replays playing very well.
Most definitely. And you mentioned in there, they're scrimming it up a little bit. And they have the time and the patience to do that, not only just from their professionalism and how comfortable they are at this game.
I mean, it kind of depends. I mean, depending on how you look at it, they could venture over toward a place like Mega Mall. They could venture, obviously, over towards Salty Springs, which seems to be what Ninja and BugHa are kind of engaging upon. So I think they may try to ditch out that particular area. But, hey, like I said, they kind of survived the early game, which for me was their biggest kind of falter. Okay, can they survive that first wave? Now that you've done it, look at all the advantages that you could possibly possess. That could also allow for Ninja and BugHa to go down. It could allow for them to make a spotty rotation, be in a place for a little bit too long, and unfortunately in that situation they do take down the players if you are a fan of Nick A30 and replays. But I think for them, kind of the world is their oyster. The world, the current location is their cornstalk. They can kind of do whatever they want to right now. So I'm interested to see as a lovely hand cannon shot to the chest as Nick A30 will find his third. And they are looking scary off the rip, and they are still spotting out enemies, still calling out opponents. Massive advantage. So they're kind of doing what they need to off the rip, and it looks as if BugHa and Ninja, they've already started to see a brute, and BugHa just got hit with a sniper rifle from 44 meters away.
Yeah, it looks like he was sniped out of the air, and you mentioned, I think there's actually 2 brutes nearby. Ninja needs, we're going to see here, we're going to see BugHa down just very quickly, but honestly, you're going to see him run away, right? You just quick disengagement. Try to put the other team between the brutes and him. The reboot card, you got 90 seconds. I don't think he's going to be able to because they are in a hot spot. You see Ninja sees those brutes, and he's running away quickly. He doesn't want to be engaged in them. And looks like it was brute v. brute, and that brute won, but these are eliminations fading before his eyes, right? He has to run away because he only has a tactical shotgun and that rare AR, but that's not what you want to have here. The shot's coming through. He is going to get it down there, but no, he's going to get sniped from 130 meters away.
You heard him react before it even hit him.
Are you kidding me? All right, well, if you're a Nick A30 fan or a Replays fan, you were saying, let's go. Yes, we love it. And the slow gameplay here from them pays off.
Not using the shockwave to get in on closer on his opponent while he's low on shields. His opponent isn't going to use the shockwave.
no.
It's up the hill. There's a brute. Oh, my.
No. He's alive.
Yeah.
He's alive.
Yeah, Frankenstein's
no.
monster pops up over the hill.
Oh, my gosh. What an interesting situation the Replays and Nick A30 have found themselves in, and they might have to just back out. They might have to try and escape. They do have they have the bounce pad, they have the shockwaves, but how do they want to try and engage? And you see Nick A30 giving a few calls, ready for maybe an enemy that could be making somewhat of a flank just through the trees, through the forest, and there goes Replays, and it was from Brute's missile. It does give the indicator in that kill feed. And you see Nick A30 being very careful as he has a brute right in his face. He's known for the trap plays, but he only has one. He quickly utilizes it, and it goes bye-bye. What a situation this is for Ninja and BugHa. They have got to be loving this right now, knowing that they went down early and the skills that they could possess late game. Nick A30, he's got the storm flip. He has the big pot, but that's pretty much it. Is there any way he can pretty much finagle himself out of here?
No, he's got no builds, right? He's got 999, but none of those are full. He's doing just perfect.
Oh
he's
my
doing
gosh.
exactly what he needs to. He needs to sit here, be quiet, be as ratty as possible. And no, unfortunately, a player going to find him. So I think that they might be down 1 kill here. So Ninja and BugHa are sitting being ecstatic. They're thinking, heck yes, let's go. We got a chance. And
That Lollapalooza crowd's going wild right now.
100%. Just a little bit of a misplay.
Yeah, I think so too. And at that moment, Dan, obviously you were calling it. It was like, okay, there we go. The brute's kind of off in the distance. I think that's going to teach them for the future. If you see someone in a brute, back up, right?
Oh, yeah.
Utilize that shockwave grenade as, maybe it may seem, I don't want to waste it. I don't want to waste my, whatever, maybe bounce pad, if you will. Be aware of it, right? Just be more aware. Get out of dodge.
learned that they need to keep a launch pad on them to be able to escape from those situations.
Yeah, you've got to be aware of those things. I mean, I think we all thought coming into today, and kind of in the pre-show we were going over a few notes, it was a matter of, okay, we kind of have an idea how influential the Brutes are. It has affected every single one of our games in some capacity, and not just in the minor of the details. It has affected it in a huge, huge way, so much so that you notice replays off the break, he already has in mind wanting to go for a few. Unfortunately, there's just so many enemies nearby. He doesn't want to sacrifice his life. So we'll see how those strategies continue to try to be changed up a little bit, how they can be influential. And Nick A30, he just misses his chance. Oh, can he escape? He's got one trap. He's got nothing else, gentlemen. He's got a few builds, but that's it.
Oh, throw the trap in the cabin and hope somebody walks into it.
Oh, my gosh. Thankfully, it's going the other way, but it's already destroyed.
Yeah, it looks like two enemy teams from different perspectives got into it. One of them hit self-destruct. Nick has got to just be ecstatic that he got out alive. He almost got stomped on there. Oh, my God.
And he's going to come away with full shields?
Yeah, he's basically full shields. He's got SMGs, which are very powerful in anybody's hand, let alone.
There's a mech right in between them that looks like it just spawned. So perhaps they can get some fast rotations and some quick, easy kills with it. The replay is finding some engagements on his own at the club, though. That tack shotgun managing to put in work. Through the window, not quite connecting. Looks like he might have tagged him for 6 or 9. Oh, there's 2, though. That player looks like, I don't know, might have got a phone call or something.
Yeah.
That was trapped? Okay, it was Ninja. I was going to say, I thought that was another one, and I was like, there's no way there's going to be another one around here, but this is just a horrible situation for anybody involved, stomping on the ants and making them look silly. And Ninja might actually have to go ahead and get out of the mech just for the moment, but no, he's got full potential. He's got a ready moment coming just inbound. The gingerbread man, it's about to die, and Ninja is letting him know, having some fun, and drops him. Absolute savage.
Yeah, I mean, you just hate to see it, honestly. He is stuck again, but he's actually going to hop out. Oh, no! Maybe a little bit of a misplay. That player, okay, he self-destructed the mech. Ninja almost got you got to think he almost got eliminated there. That player just trying to get rid of the mech and the brew. I mean, I don't know if hopping out there was the right decision. They do end up getting the elimination, but that could have been their ticket to victory.
Well, and that's one of the mechanics we haven't seen come into play is that self-destruct. And I'm pretty sure Ninja was piloting that by himself, right? So that enemy player could have just hopped right in and hit the self-destruct on him.
Which I think was the call. Maybe it was a matter of the enemy just trying to get rid of the mech, not knowing that Ninja just jumped out. So I think it was kind of an awkward situation where they were both trying to kind of counter each other. Ninja immediately hops out, and to that enemy's kind of disarray, could have had an opportunity to really make some damage happen, but quickly transferring back toward the gameplay as we got Nick A30 and replays. They've rotated. They've managed to pretty much find each other here in Fatal Fields, and you notice the instant thing they have at the tip of their tongue. I think I saw a mech. I think I have a mech that could be inbound, as that is pretty much what Friday Fortnite is now. It is a matter of the mech game. Where is the enemy at? Who has a mech? Can we find one when the enemies start to engage upon us in this situation? But you notice Nick A30 replays, they've got enemies at all different directions here, Clay.
Yeah, Nick King a little bit flustered. He's got to just focus. There he does. He focuses on the players in front of him. Another player just walks right up to him, takes a nice shot to his face, but Nick also losing some HP. He does only have 2 builds. You hear him say, I got to back up, I got to heal. He needs to either hit some mats, farm, find some of these knocks that he has already down. Replay's going to go down there too. Someone with the rifle, so now it's all up to Nick A30 as this bright dark bomber is getting all up in his face. Shots missing, connecting left and right. He's trying to get the elimination here. He is this player. I don't know what they were aiming at, but it wasn't Nick. He's going to pick up the elimination. He's going to pick up mats as well. If you're a Nick A30 replays fan, you're saying, hallelujah, praise the Lord. Thank you so much for these players just absolutely not knowing how to play the game.
Yeah, definitely a fortunate find there for Nick as his opponent. Like you said, I mean, he comes walking away with this with 100 HP and 50 shield and 9 minis. He's matted back up. That was not the way I think Nick expected that to go.
That's some Stormtrooper aim. I don't know what that was. But.
And he's going to find one more elimination here. This player is going to give him a little bit of a run for his money with some building. But in the end, Nick is going to connect with that combat shotgun. And another player coming in. Looks like the teammate trying to get the res. He's just going to meet the same fate. At least they'll end up at the lobby together.
Oh
my
God!
He picks up 4 of them.
Oh my word. Nick goes from 3 to 10 kills in I think like 60 seconds, maybe less.
Yeah, and you can see the excitement on his face. I mean, just dominant, right? He clutched up. He put the team on his back. We talked about Ninja's clutches before, but now it's all Nick A30. And right now, BugHa and Ninja have got to step it up as they're in Mega Mall trying to find more eliminations. It looks like these players kind of know how to build. I said kind of specifically there. Josh, unfortunately, going down. The storm flip being thrown. The easy back away there from them. That should be the elimination credit over there to them. But you got to think, oh, my God, the sniper was connecting, and everybody is just coming out of that house. They're saying, what's up, BugHa?
Oh, BugHa gets the shield break using that infantry rifle, but just couldn't manage to find the HP tags he needed. Able to push in now, though. Said, you want to challenge the Fortnite world champion? Well, here we go. Let's 1v1. Coming in, ready with that pump shotgun. Ninja with him. They're fighting side by side. BugHa will take the teammate's help where he can get it as he cleans up that elimination.
Trying to move in, and you notice Ninja instantly calling out, there is a robot, there is a mech just in front, and he does have that bounce pad. They've got to be ultra careful in this situation. He's going to try to get out of dodge, and thankfully he will. But it got a little bit too close for comfort. He did lose a little bit of overall resources and shield, but he's at least drawing the enemy toward him.
Yeah, and he's drawing him towards BugHa as well. If he can continue to land in that slipstream and on top of him, he's going to have the advantage. As that mech is going to get stuck in the slipstream, it looks like is on top of the house, actually managed to get out. That mech is so close to being destroyed, you can see it. Ninja does not want to give up these eliminations because, as you saw, they were down by 3, and 10 of those eliminations for replays in Nick A30 are on Nick. And so you got to think they're saying, hey, we need these eliminations. We need to find this. Mech aside, this player is just trying to build for his life here. Gonna get taken out there. Taurus, I'm sorry, it looks like you should have been like Sagittarius or something or another there, but gonna go down. As that mech is still alive, I think finally getting destroyed, but BugHa picking up eliminations. This is good for them, but that mech, you saw Ninja quickly disengage, and I think that was the right call.
Either way, worked out for him in the end. He picks up another kill out of it, and they do live to see another player. Let's see what's going on with Nick A30 and Replays. In the meantime, looks like Replay is in the middle of a build fight. He's having a little bit of difficulty, but that shockwave grenade is going to give him the high ground, and he's raining shots with that combat shotgun, and he's going to eventually pick up the kill. That's the plus side of the combat shotgun. We've got quite a few in the game right now with the pump, the combat, the tac, the drum. But, you know, with that combat shotgun, you can miss those first 4 or 5 shots and still be okay.
You can, right? It does kind of have that get out of jail purpose, if you will. Not that awkward kind of in-between time where things aren't going your way. And it looks like BugHa maybe experiencing that exact same situation. Goes for the quick little edits, goes down the elevator and makes slight work and comes in with the assist. Takes a little bit of a pause, but grabs all the spoils. A great situation right now for BugHa and Ninja continuing on as they are dominating toward the outskirts of Mega Mall. Replays decides to engage, getting that high ground advantage with the instant shockwave grenade. Lovely placement coming through from him, as it's only going to be a continuous trend on the outskirts. Takes down another one of the builds, and that's going to be Replays now up to 6 in total. He and Nick A30 looking in a fantastic spot. Keep in mind, they were at the lead, and that was a massive fight for them to find, because Ninja and BugHa, they were starting to kind of turn up toward the late game. Nick A30 and Replays, they might have just put themselves back in that conversation, maybe back in that lead position, as now we've only got 3 players left.
Yeah, with only 3 players left, it is going to come down to, honestly, you think the last player. They were so close. The lead was 3. So if they've maintained the lead so far, if BugHa and Ninja are able to find these 3, it's going to go to tiebreakers. I mean, he's looking right now. We're going to switch over to BugHa, who looks like he's in a fight, actually, with someone. Oh, it is with the mech. He does hit the snipe, though, so that mech is going to have to play a little bit more defensively, if that's a thing. BugHa is just trying to build Edit for his life. I mean, so far, he's getting away from it. He does have this other player just on the other side. Edit's coming through. I cannot keep up with this man's sensitivity. Just below him, he's trying to break in, and he is going to pick that player up very soon here, hopefully. No, getting mega stomped on. Oh, my God. BugHa is on 38 HP. He's trying to get out. Replays getting the knock. This is not what you want to see if you're BugHa and Ninja. The elimination's going over and over. Actually, it looks like 2 players eliminated by destruction from the Brew. So the self-destruction took the eliminations from them.
Yeah, I think BugHa managed to pick up 1 at the end there. But like you said, the self-destruct going to find 2. Oh, and it almost killed Ninja. It was Ninja that got the elimination amongst all of that chaos. Sitting on 14 currently. However, only 1 left in the lobby.
Oh, man. And with that self-destruct, there he is. How is this going to play out? BugHa so low on HP, and who grabbed it?
BugHa finds it.
BugHa finds it. Was it enough?
Cross your fingers, folks at home. This is going to be a close one.
They're calling out that they won.
Let's go, the pop-off!
Oh, man. Ninja's hype, and he's got every reason to feel that way. What a game.